Hey guys, happy Monday. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Man, it is such a fucking crazy time to be alive. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. It's so crazy how transparent everything is becoming. Like I love it. I love transparency. I love closure. I love lines. That's why I love MBTI, because you can put things into boxes. I'm obsessed with boxes. I used to work somewhere, and the only kind of stuff that I would take home would be sorting receptacles, like wire baskets. I was obsessed with wire baskets. I love a good wire basket. So right now it's like I love where we are as a society, because the true colors via the internet they're out. Like, you know, it's not like how it was back in the day where you might have watched the interview, you might have missed it. And even if you did watch it, you might have forgotten. And or you just didn't have the repertoire of information as you can have now. Like now you can know everything about everything. You can get, oh my God, you can get so many viewpoints on stuff. You know, just personal, how would you say, just renditions of history and events that happened. So right now, I think a lot of people, they're using a sifter, and it's known as the Jewish Zionist sifter, where it's like if you don't go through that, the support is done. And I really love right now specifically that people who are liars are getting caught in lies. Bring forward one Tucker Carlson. I've never really liked Tucker Carlson. He really didn't come onto my radar until recently with his podcast. And I'm sorry, I can't with dudes who, with podcast dudes who their background, their setting is just so, it's theatrical. And right, he is clearly, same with Matt Walsh. They're trying to give us these backgrounds that say, I'm a red-blooded American and I like to hunt fish, and it's like, no, you're not. Like, you don't, your skin doesn't look like that of a man who hunts fish, right? Matt Walsh, your beard is much too groomed. And Tucker Carlson, again, he was never on my radar until very recently. I'm not saying he doesn't do good work, some good interviews, but he's been around for a long time, and he was always the bow tie guy. He was always kind of like the bitch boy with the bow tie. And so now he's coming out here with flannels, loose curls, and hawking grass-fed meat, and it's just like, bro, this isn't you. So anyway, I did, give him a try, because again, he's done some very good interviews, but again, you cannot lie. I cannot trust a liar. The man is a homosexual. And that is fine. I love gays, specifically male gays. I love male gays. I'm here for the male gays, not the male gays, I love them. They're so funny, they're so witty. But the moment that they don't claim what they are, I can't trust you, because that means that you're just gonna be a fucking bitch. You're gonna be a snappy bitch, secretive bitch, a two-faced bitch. And that's 3 strikes, my dude. Like, I'm sorry. But yeah, it's really fun to see that guy get called out for being just not somebody that we can trust. Right? He's got the CIA daddy, who he says he didn't know was CIA until after he died. Stop, bro. Stop. You can't. That's like saying my daddy was the president and I didn't fucking know. Shut the fuck up. Especially because he did work with him in his 20s and 30s. I think in the South American with the Contras. Like, oh my God, bro. Stop. It's just like right now you really can't trust anybody. You really can't. Like you cannot. But you can have filters. And, quite honestly, he didn't even pass through that filter. So the fact that I'm even talking about him is completely stupid. Because that guy, like so many of them that we would like to agree with, that we would like to think are on our side, they're just not. Like, the old media is dead, but the new media has taken over. And you think that the people in charge aren't on top of that? Transfer of power. The internet itself is like a CIA thing. What was it called? DARPANet? I have no idea. It's like incredible things are being done with it, but it's not ultimately it's not this ambivalent technology. Arguably there is no ambivalent technology. Every piece of technology, especially the more pertinent it is to living a how would you say, like a modern life, is extremely detrimental to our freedom and just our ability to make really well-informed decisions. Now, that said, you just gotta use it well. You just gotta use it well, because the same thing could be argued for with a lot of tools, a lot of machines, right? A lot of tools and machines have killed many a man's job. But the ones who do use those tools and machines, they've gone to use them to better themselves in a way where they could have really never. Though that said, that's at the cost of their fellow men. So I don't know. Everything is just not really good right now. It just really reinforces the fact that we all really have to just be the best version of ourselves that we possibly can be. For as much as I've been shitting on incels lately, like, part of being the best version of yourself is embracing, like, if you're a woman, embracing your inner masculine, and if you're a man, embracing your inner feminine. Because for as long as you deny that part of you, you're gonna shake when those things are brought up, right? Arguably, that's like what's happening with the incel, because they will not embrace their inner feminine. They hate the feminine. Like, hate is just like a weird version of love, I think, because it's in order to hate something, you have to be borderline obsessed with it. And obsession is also not misplaced love, but it's miscalibrated, for lack of a better word, misregulated love. Jesus Christ. So there's just so many avenues at which, you know, we as individuals can and should go about making ourselves that much more, you know, well-rounded and psychologically bulletproof. You know, you just really have to, you gotta have a very strong moral base. You know, don't be a people pleaser, but don't be, you know, somebody who's so quick to judge people on like their race or their gender or something that they really can't control. It's just not, it's not a good look, man. And it gets you into a lot of a trouble, because then that tribe of whatever thing you have, you know, determined to be a make or break thing between somebody's worth, you know, they'll scoop you fucking right up, right? The incels, they love recruiting other incels because it's an echo chamber. Just like, you know, other people of religions and stuff, they love to hear other people espousing what they believe and stuff like that. It's just, ugh. No, man, you gotta have an open mind, but not a loose mind, you know? I just feel like, you know, there's a lot of people out there who feel something is coming, and so for me, logically that just means, okay, we really all gotta be on our shit in terms of, again, being strong and steady people. Because no matter what it is that comes next, a strong mind, a strong body is going to be very important too. But a strong mind, like look what COVID did, right? Of course it was good to be healthy, but right, there were so many people who were perfectly healthy, whose mind was completely bent, completely taken over and given to somebody else, to the, you know, to those fucking assholes who decided that was what humanity needed next. It's just absolutely disgusting time in recent history, I swear to God. I love every now and then I'll see the comment that's like, you know, if you didn't get vaxxed, like, congratulations, you survived the most, you know, powerful psyop that humanity has ever been put through. Jesus fucking Christ, man. I kind of missed that time though, you know, because when you saw somebody walking around, you know, like you, without a mask, it was really nice. Like the connection that was made when the eyes met, oh man, it was just like, I see you, I love you, stay strong, have a nice day, you know? Like it was such a time. Again, the transparency was there. It was like, oh, okay, now I know who the fuck is a sheep, who the fuck actually loves me and lets me make my own decisions, you know, isn't gonna rat me out to the cops or you know, whoever. It was such, that was a great filter time. Oh man, I don't want them to bring it back, obviously, because that's just gonna hurt whatever remaining little businesses we have left. But the clarity of just knowing who around me is awake, man, that was really fucking cool. Golly, it's warm. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't know what's coming. I don't know what it is. My intuition isn't, you know, I have NI, not NE. So it's, I can't feel it, you know. I just feel like kind of things are kind of like how they've always been, where it's like, yeah, they're pretty fucked. Yeah, they're pretty fucked, you know. But, you know, what's that thing? Rhubarb, right? Or foobar? No. Snafu. Situation normal, all fucked up. Like, it's a snafu. That's what it's always been. It'll always be. I really don't think that the majority of us even have fucking souls. I would like it if we did. I would very much like it, but you know, if there's anything that NPC talk kind of illuminated a few months ago, it's that, yeah, there are people, in a growing number of people, who they kind of live so in the present and so for the physical that they wouldn't even care if the game ended, because for them that's all it is. This is a game, like a weird game, like a game where there's no real point to it. Like there's no stakes, like those stupid games that they want you to play for free and stuff like that on your phone, on your computer, where, you know, you're essentially gambling, but because you're not putting any money down, even when you win, you don't win anything. It's just a complete waste of time. I guess that's just what life is to so many people. To an uncomfortable number of people, it's just kind of a waste of time. And you know, they don't plan very well. They don't forecast. They don't, you know, have any real hopes or dreams other than like looking good and being perceived well. You know, it's just kind of weird, because there's so many other people. There's people that are completely the opposite of that, where, you know, they spend their entire waking life researching and thinking about how things could be made better, and or just understanding how did we get here? How did we get to this damn point, you know? And just, you know, I would rather know. I would rather go through the trauma of knowing that, you know, my whole life, you know, as an American, has been a lie, right? Like, we learned with Epstein's arrest and death and all that, you know, he was financed by this guy who owns Abercrombie and Fitch, Victoria's Secret, limited to, like, and a bunch of other stores in many of the malls that we all went to as kids. Now, I didn't shop at any of those stores because I didn't have that much money, but I saw them, you know, and I did go to malls, you know, with my family. Every now and then we went. So it's just weird that, like, wow, we went to a place on the weekends that were owned by these people who were, you know, trafficking kids and doing God knows what with them and to them, but also siphoning the future of America. Oh, okay, got it. You know, oh, I can't eat fast food or gluten or any type of corn products because it actively sterilizes me. Whoa. Wow, I can't drink tap water because it has so much shit in it that fucks my brain up. You know, that it's completely asinine for me to drink it, you know, knowing that. Just everything is just, oh my God. And it is difficult. It's very difficult to know that. But I'd rather know it than not know it. I'd rather change my life and act differently than just not. I don't know. What's funny is I'm wearing an Abercrombie & Fitch t-shirt. But I didn't know. I didn't know. They just had 7 t-shirts for $49, right? That's $7 a t-shirt. Cotton t-shirts. I was like, oh, I just want simple cotton t-shirts. That's a good deal. Fuck. I gave that guy $50. Like, Jesus. Am I gonna do that again? No. No. So yeah, it's about changing your life, growing as a person. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. I'm home. Gotta open the gate. Take care. Bye.